Hello everyone, good morning. Before I officially start my presentation, I just want to deliver my sincere gratitude to Asia CEO Forum and also Airspeed for giving me this opportunity. As the youngest speaker for today's forum, it's quite nerve-wracking moment for me right now. But today, as a representation of my fellow youth and student community, I want to impart my Pili journey on how the science and technology-based solution can leverage its commercial potential. So, I am Engineer Mark Kennedy E. Batugon, a 25-year-old son of a public school teacher and a local farmer in Batangas, Philippines, wearing multiple hats as a young Filipino inventor, material scientist, a licensed aeronautical engineer, and also entrepreneur. And I'm from the beautiful place with so much fun in the sun, but not in calamities that destroy our home. I remember during typhoon season, in the remote areas in Batangas province where I live, our roof turned a leaky faucet due to various roof holes. However, what really sticks in my memory is that my parents would always force me and my sibling to patch or to eat chewing gums because we use these bubble gums to patch our roof holes. This might be an amusing story for someone hearing it right now, but for me, it taught the value of ingenuity at a very young age. Experiencing these personal pain points of a leaky roof inspired me to create my first invention at the age of 11 during my high school education, a sustainable roof sealant made from the sap of antipolo tree, which I named the antipolo sealant. I discovered this first invention because of the great influence of my parents' job as a teacher and a farmer. My mother ensured the strong and quality education for me during high school through the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics curriculum operated by the DOST and also DepEd. This special curriculum introduced me to research, innovation, and entrepreneurship, which captured my heart and interest, where I was able to discover the little scientist within me. While my father, as a farmer, so lumaki po ako sa farm, I'm very exposed to the farm community, especially to the different plants, animals, trees, and most especially in waste material, where it served as my training ground during childhood. This life experience allowed me to discover the different challenges and potential opportunities in agricultural sector, including the tree saps or resin, which provides sticky characteristic for a sealing or adhesive product formulation. But the journey doesn't end here. When I pursue an aeronautical engineering course program in my undergraduate degree as an academic scholar at Public Aviation School, my internship at Lufthansa Technic Philippines and Philippine Airlines and its hands-on training provide me the valuable industry exposure and insight. One of the situations that stood out to me was the use of aviation sealant or adhesive on the airplanes. I observed that commercially available sealant have toxic odors, which are major concerns of the technicians or mechanics who use it. Not only that, it poses health and environmental risks due to its fully chemical composition, faces significant performance issue, and expensive price. Furthermore, our country still has no local manufacturers of this particular product and relying solely in the importation. Because of those drawbacks and untapped opportunity, I decided to continue exploring my interest in making a sustainable sealant and adhesive, but this time, I dedicated it to aviation industry as my first target industry. This renewed passion and interest led to the birth of PiliSeal. So, PiliSeal pioneers the use of agricultural waste, particularly the pili waste resin, for the formulation of sustainable sealant and adhesive while ensuring cost effectiveness, fragrant odor, superior performance, safety, and non-toxic effects on the user's health and the environment. So, before piliin ang pili tree, I tried 6 different trees with saps or resin, including jackfruit, almasigan, durian, papaya, rubber, and antipolo tree. But pili tree stood out the most due to its sticky characteristic, plus its fragrant odor, which are some of the important considerations in formulating this product. Additionally, this type of tree generates 155 million kilograms of annual agricultural pili waste resin in the Philippines, significantly contributing to solid waste pollution. But with our startup, we see these two different pain points as a good opportunity to provide a feasible and tangible solution through our sustainable product. This PiliSeal material is a flagship product of our Pili Adhesive startup company. It's a green technology company that offers innovative, pioneering, and sustainable sealant and adhesive solution for every material application and end-user industry. Our startup revolutionizes the global industry while championing circular economy and environmental sustainability through transforming the potential of agricultural waste into new sustainable waste. Aside from that, what interesting more about this PiliSeal product is its two-in-one function as a sealant and adhesive known as a hybrid sealant. This product is not only beneficial in the aviation industry, but also effective for various industries, like for example, the aerospace, defense, construction, automotive industry, and also different materials application like metals, glass, wood, ceramic, paper, plastic, and other materials, showing the flexibility and diversification of this product. Our startup is a B2B and B2C company that advocates for a closed-loop approach through the circular economy business model. This model features the recycling and refurbishment of our product's cartridge packaging to reduce wastage, while also offering incentivization to our target businesses and customers upon returning the used cartridge packaging to promote the circular economy of our company. Simultaneously, our local Philly farmers get safe fertilizer from the residual sealant in exchange for the cultivation of more pili tree for the sustainable production cycle that ensures environmental responsibility, resource efficiency, and economic benefits. For the sustainability, it is intrinsically linked to 9 out of 17 goals of the UN Sustainable Development Agenda and is rooted from these 4 pillars, namely the environmental, health, social, and economic framework to provide positive impact across the board. Furthermore, PiliSeal product is consistently being recognized as an outstanding product invention both locally and internationally, like the Asia CEO Award last year for the most innovative company of the year, creating different historic milestones globally and representing our country in the field of innovation and intellectual property. So this particular product is the first Filipino invention being recognized by the Stanford University and also the Ministry of Economy in United Arab Emirates for being an innovative product and also promoting sustainability. This is also the fastest granted patent invention in the Philippines and also first in the Philippines to receive the World Intellectual Property Organization National Awards for Inventor, the highest recognition given by the World Intellectual Property Organization. In addition, we recently secured the standard certification and approval of our product for Airbus and Boeing aircraft. But behind these successes and milestones were the different challenges and a lot of rejections during this Pili journey. Since I was doing a pioneering study of utilizing agricultural waste, a lack of scientific basis on hand meant longer period of time for me in laboratory. It took 84 formulation before I achieved the best formula of PiliSeal. Furthermore, I faced various challenges, including issues for my health, finances, and product testing. Industrial facilities often rejected testing the PiliSeal, fearing its stickiness might damage their equipment. At one point in my journey, I pushed my body to the limit by working 36 hours straight on these 84 formulas, ultimately jeopardizing my health. And lastly, I vividly remember the time when my parents loaned 100,000 pesos just so I could finish all the standard tests. But how I navigated and overcome the challenges, it is because of these 4 P's. My parents, who taught me the value of trust and respect in my humble roots and utilized it to establish an initiative that can make a difference. My Pili team, who equipped my thirst for learning and growth, taught me unhealthy teamwork, openness, and the value of seeking guidance and help. the public and private sector, specifically Department of Science and Technology, Department of Trade and Industry, Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, who empowered me to think big and be bold in pursuing my initiative through their assistance, different programs, and strategic collaboration and partnership. Lastly, my Philly farming community as my source of inspiration for this initiative. Coming from the humble community, this is my humble effort to uplifting them with our shared vision. Together, we grow. As I end this, I just want to impart this for-life message that I've learned in my Philly journey. First, do not simply live and experience life. Embrace and use it as a catalyst for change. My journey is a testament of how I utilize all of my life experience, both good and challenging one, from my personal pain points on the leaky roof, my parents' job as a teacher and farmer, and my internship training to develop a solution that addresses real-world problems while making a difference and impact. Second, fall in love with the problem rather than the solution. Our technology or innovation exists because of its core purpose. That is to address the pains and needs of a community. And to fall in love with the problem, it is essential to assess, acknowledge, and accept the problem in order for us to provide a tangible and feasible solution. Third, success is best experienced when shared. Allow your initiative to be an instrument of blessing not only to yourself and your family, but also to community, our country, and most importantly, the environment. Lastly, always allow yourself to dream because it is valid. And on your journey, you are never denied, but only redirected. The Pili journey of mine is a living proof to how a lot of rejection can serve as both powerful protection and redirection towards the right opportunities and purpose. So together, let's continue to ideate, innovate, and initiate for a more accessible, inclusive, and sustainable world. Again, I am Engineer Mark Kennedy Batugon, Scholar ng Bayan, lagit-lagi para sa bayan. #PiliPinas.